This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. You are listening and watching INC Radio Fit and Faithful, and we are broadcasting live from England. Of course, I'm not going to be the only host for today. Hello, everyone. Erica present here, but also we have someone else with me. Hi, honey.
Hi, Erica, and hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You're tuning in live on INC Radio Fit and Faithful. And together with me, of course, is Michelle Fowler.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone tuned in with us today. I am Michelle. I'm from the local congregation of Exeter here in the southwest part of England. And yeah, it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You might wonder why Michelle is here with us, but because we have a very informative topic for today. And so, Michelle, can you please tell us what do you do for a living?
I am a registered nurse. For my job, I'm a senior theater practitioner and a surgical first assistant. So that's basically a dual role that I do in my job. And yeah, mostly we facilitate surgery for all types of surgery in our hospitals, so orthopedics, gynecology, urology, ENT, plastics, and all sorts of surgery that we facilitate there. So we've seen a lot of things,
Right,
surgery-wise.
We are very thrilled to have you in the show, and we're looking forward for all the information that you're about to share with everyone. And for all of our viewers who are tuning in live now, don't forget to comment all of your experiences if you've gone through surgeries, and if you have any tips for those who are recovering, because our topic will focus mostly on
Recovery.
post-operative or after surgery
After surgery,
care
yes.
or recovery. But also, to all the brethren and everyone tuning in, don't forget to put on your hashtag, your local congregation, and your duties, of course.
That
Anything
is
else, Erica?
Right, honey. That is right, honey. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to INC Radio channel, YouTube channel. There you go. Well, honey and Michelle, you've mentioned surgery, right? So recovering well from surgery is really about tuning into your body, your care team, like with the nurses, right? And your own pace. And we would like to, greet our district minister, Brother Harley Alcantara, who is actually here. He's gonna say hi.
Hello, brethren.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Brother Harley.
Shout out to the brethren who are traveling, going to the Bible studies. They're collecting their visitors. And hi to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us, Brother Harley. But super supportive, like always. So I was saying, oh yeah, so we're talking about surgery. So okay, recovery.
Without further ado,
It's about tuning into your care team, right? Like nurses like Michelle, and of course, most especially like with your own pace, because as much as we say to recover well, right? There's no right way, like one right way, or for everyone to heal, like to heal, because everyone's body responds differently. And so what we can say is that what is universal is a few guiding principles, yeah, that tend to make the journey smoother and more manageable, right? And so, Michelle, I'm so happy that you're here, because we're not well, me personally, I'm not a professional in the medical field, and I know that Honey and you are, and so take it away.
Right. Okay, so just to start with, Michelle, how does one rest following surgery?
Yes, but let me go back to the topic first, because
Okay.
we've got two keywords in our topic today:
All right.
surgery and recovery. So before we start with like recovery post-op surgery, let's define what is surgery first.
All right.
So surgery, it is traditionally, that term, it is used to describe procedures that involve treating a disease or injury or other medical condition by making a cut or incision into a tissue. So there'll be an opening, isn't it? So definitely, if there's an opening in a part of the body, that's traumatic to a person or to a patient. And then moving on, after surgery, there should be a recovery time. So recovery is a period of time following the surgical procedure, which the person's body will heal and return to its normal and former state. So Erica said a while ago earlier that every person has a different sort of timeline for their recovery, because every person is different, health-wise, individual. So everything is individualized when it comes to recovery. Not one person is the same as the other. So we have to bear in mind that for all the people who are listening right now who've gone through surgery, like if you're looking at, let's say you're in the bay, you're looking at the other patient and you're sort of wondering, why is this patient walking already? You're walking around the bay and I'm not like that. So don't be disheartened, because everyone has sort of like stages into their recovery period.
And also, it depends on the surgery that has
It
been
is,
done.
yeah, it depends upon the
Yeah.
surgery. It could be a big surgery, it could be a small
Yeah.
surgery. It could be done under general anesthetic, or it could be done under local anesthetic. So it varies. So recovery is different for each and every one of us. Yeah.
So, why is rest important after surgery,
Rest
Michelle?
is very important, because what I said, it's traumatic. Surgeries are traumatic. It's traumatic in our body. Rest is very important, because we have to give our body time to heal and time to recuperate from the stress that we have encountered. But inactivity after surgery, when you're undergoing to recovery, inactivity is also not advisable. Like keeping, like after surgery, just staying in bed or not doing anything, because that promotes. So we've got patients in the ward that refuses to move, and that will promote muscle stiffness or infection sometimes,
Or blood clots.
blood clots as
Yeah.
well. So there's so different things that might happen due to inactivity. So slow and soft movements will be all right, like walking for how many steps in a day, or like with like big surgery, like we do orthopedic cases. If you do like that case in the morning, that patient, so after the case, that patient will be encouraged to stand up and walk in the afternoon, because that movement will encourage, quick recovery for that patient.
So it's like you listen to your body. The doctor will advise
Yes,
you
definitely.
if
Yeah.
if you are allowed to do what type of movement.
Yeah.
If it's mild, moderate,
Yes.
or until when can
Mhm.
you return to your
Yeah.
regular movement?
And of course, you've got support in the hospital, like physios. You've got
Yeah.
a whole team of of medical
Yeah.
people that will look after you, and you'll not be left alone. You sort of like, you want to move, but you're scared. So there'll
Yeah.
be other people who
So-
will support you.
It's like just being cautious
Yeah.
after surgery. But I think normally the doctors will advise
Mhm.
for you to take rest for some time, like 1 to
Yeah.
2 weeks, I think,
Yeah, yeah.
for the healing process
Yeah.
and safe recovery, so that, like you said, there are incisions, right?
Yeah.
So to avoid opening those,
Yes.
and along with that rest, while you're having rest, you're at the same time encouraged to do gentle
Gentle.
movements.
Yeah, that's the word. Gentle.
Gentle
movement. Yeah.
movements. And sometimes, depending on the surgery, it could also be passive. Passive means they are being assisted by
Yes.
somebody else if they cannot do it on their own. Is that
That's correct. That is
right?
correct. Yeah.
Okay. And right, Erica.
Question actually, is
And then
taking
in the
out
transit,
wisdom
yeah.
considered surgery as well?
Sorry, what's that?
Say that again.
Oh, is taking out wisdom teeth considered as
Yes, definitely that is a form of surgery as well, because you're taking out a teeth that's traumatic, and you're being given local anesthetic or whatever form of anesthetic you're given. Yes, that's a form of surgery as well.
And it caused a
Yes,
tear in
yeah, yeah.
the skin, in the oral
so
cavity.
Yeah,
Michelle?
Yeah,
Because you
right.
were talking about like orthopedics, right? Like after they get
yeah.
surgery in the morning and the afternoon, they take like that small walk just to be able to, like kind
Yeah.
of move. I was like, I would have liked knowing that when I had my wisdom teeth taken out because I had fever. And what I did was like literally sleep most of the time. And so when I woke up at some point, I got my jaw locked.
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Is
Have
it
you
yeah? Is it because you
started moving?
yeah you started moving, or was there another trauma there?
Or have you lifted? Because
Yes,
generally, for for the people who undergo surgery,
there'll be no
the
lifting,
no lifting
definitely.
for at
Yeah,
least 6 weeks, I think, or with the 5 kilograms, and especially if you just have your surgery, you cannot lift because again, it might open the
the
wound,
wound.
yeah, and it may cause bleeding, which is, well, if it's just a tooth, but I don't think you wouldn't take it seriously. It should still be
So
serious if it's bleeding because it might drop your BP as
yeah,
well.
so what happened afterwards then? What did you do?
I
Did you
mean,
go back to your
well, just to be quick, I went back to my dentist, and my dentist just like
yes?
tried to massage and tried to, like kind of help me unlock my jaw. And he said, just do these exercises. That's pretty much it. But like what you mentioned
Yes.
regarding like surgeries, yes, like rest is very. I thank you for that guidance. Rest is very, very important. But also, I have a question regarding meals because I mean, I remember when I was in the hospital, not for surgery, but like you tend to have like certain meals, depending on what
Yes.
situation you're in, right? So,
Absolutely.
what about
Yeah.
after surgery?
Like, I think her point is like, normally when we had, example, Erica, who had her tooth taken out,
You have to have soft diet then,
or liquid
with
diet,
something. Yeah.
yeah. So the surgeon or the doctor will advise what
What
kind
sort of
of
food you will eat. Like there
food,
are cases like, let's say you've had cholecystectomy, that's the removal
which
of your
is
gallbladder, sorry. So after the procedure, you will be advised not to eat fat food. So in every sort of like type of surgery, the doctor or the ward nurses will advise you what sort of food that you should be eating. But it's very helpful that after surgery, you should be getting balanced meals as well.
yeah.
It gets to promote healing. Definitely, we have to always think about proper wound healing for you to have your strength back, and so balanced meal is very important.
Yeah, and unless, like what you said, like fatty foods and all that,
Mhm.
like it's contraindicated or not being allowed for you to consume after this kind of
Yeah.
surgery.
Mhm.
I think generally, and if you're not allergic to it,
Yeah,
you can consume protein-rich foods because
that
protein
promotes
promotes healing
healing.
of the
Yeah, yeah.
tissues, and at the same time, foods like lean meats, fish, eggs,
Yes.
dairies,
Mhm.
nuts. So they will not only help repair your tissues, but will also help you fight infection and boost your energy.
Yes, and our body uses up
Crucial, yeah,
a lot of energy
to recover.
to recover. So protein is very important as well to help
Also, hydration. I mean, like water
repair
is always
itself.
important.
Yes, yes. Mm.
It's like
Good point, Erica.
hydration,
Well done.
overall healing. All I know is like being
Right.
hydrated is very important. Besides resting, right? But what about like fiber?
Fiber, yeah, because they promote
Yeah.
movement to help the circulation and digestion. So along with it, like everything goes in hand for all those things, you know?
Mhm.
It's like, I know it's gonna be hard for someone who have undergone such major surgeries, but you have to take into consideration all of the things that is being advised by the doctor from
But
the
it should always
yeah.
be in moderation, because there are cases that, like for bowel surgeries, there are cases that you're not allowed to take any fiber. So
right.
you have to.
There you go.
So you have to always, the rule of the thumb is always consult your GP or your
Consult your
doctor. Yes.
doctor. Yeah, they will tell you what you can and cannot eat and what you can and cannot do.
Yes.
Right. So we've tackled the rest, and we've touched a part of the movement.
Yes.
And
So, like
yeah,
with balanced meals
yeah.
as well. Just a quick recap, right? So like with balanced meals, what Honey and Michelle just said is literally follow what the doctor said. So like depending on your situation with protein, fiber, and like fluids, you just gotta follow. What's
Yeah. Well, I think and anything that should be healthy, not the fad food or the junk food.
The junk foods. Yeah.
I know it gives comfort sometimes, but at the time of surgery, it should be avoided as possible. Let's go natural.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
everyone, Michelle and Honey, thank you so much for this first part of our topic discussion. It's been a very informative and helpful, especially, I hope, none of us are in surgery, but, like if ever it happens, at least we know. At least we know, and we're able to recover well, right, Michelle and Honey? All right. So we invite everybody to sit back and relax just for a bit, because we'll be right back after a station break.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
In those moments when you feel like becoming a part of conversations that matter to you, join the discussion this week on Faith and Melody. Tuesday, Faith, Love, and Preparation with Brother Philip Velasquez. Wednesday, Anticipated Goals. Thursday, Are You Prepared? Friday, The Winner's Drive. Tune in to INCRadio YouTube channel Tuesday to Friday, 12 a.m. Manila, or Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific. On Faith and Melody, you have a family you can share your stories with.
This week, from January 26 to 30, we're going to talk about the simple tweaks we need to try. January 26, Monday, outsmart the algorithm. January 27, Tuesday, plan for tomorrow, tonight. January 28, Wednesday, find your own anchor. January 29, Thursday, what drains and what restores you. January 30, Friday, where your time really goes. Join the discussion every Monday to Friday, 10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, only here on INCRadio, The Next Level You. Let us aim for our 2.0 version, an episode at a time. See you there!
Welcome back to INCRadio Fit and Faithful. Welcome back to INCRadio Fit and Faithful. You're still with us, Michelle, Honey, and Erica. Right. So to continue with the topic for today, which is like it was a bit broad and heavy, but we make it light. And I hope you all have got something from us. And then from this point on, it's kind of broad topic to follow your care team's plan.
Yeah.
So a care team includes what, Michelle?
So this would include the nurses, the nutritionists, the physios. So depending upon the surgery,
Yeah.
so you go home. So after the surgery, you're in the ward, and then if it's time for you to go home, there'll be a package for you. sort of like for you to plan what will be the next step for you. So staying active, drinking, eating balanced meals, and then they'll be tracking your posting progress as well.
Right. And so it is very important as well that we follow the plan, advice, or
Yes.
designed by the care team so that as possible, nothing can go wrong with the recovery after surgery. If anything happens, the care team includes referral as well to those
Yes, you can go back
appropriate.
to your GP for you to be referred back again. Yes. So if you feel, so for those who've undergone surgery, if you feel, see your GP if you feel breathless, pain in your legs, redness around the incision site, or fever, or basically if you feel unwell, definitely you have to see your GP.
Yes. All right, Erica, you have
Yes,
anything
I
to
mean, like,
add or ask?
you mentioned like with the care team's plan, right? But of course, when it comes to our own pace and us, like ourselves, one of the things that I've noticed when someone's trying to recover is their mood, because it can be very frustrating, right? Not being able to do what you ordinarily do every day. And so sometimes we could feel impatient or most likely like with low energy because you're tired, you're still recovering, and that's pretty much normal. Keeping your mind engaged with books, shows, conversations with friends and family can help you feel more grounded, and so you get entertained too and distracted by the pain, like from the pain. Sorry.
That is what we called diversion techniques and also breathing exercises.
Yes.
It was advised in the Philippines, but I think it's different here
It's different here.
in the UK. In their practice, surgical, what do you call this, post surgery nurses
Don't really promote
yeah,
things like that.
they're more on medical, like pain
Yes.
management, because one of the reasons that the mood is not very good for those residents is that they're in pain. Yeah, so more on pain
Yes, and
management.
after surgery, I think the NHS had research about it. 40% to 60% of people who've undergone surgery feels low in mood. It's probably because of the anesthetic. They were saying it's down to the anesthesia, or it's because of the stress to being from being hospitalized, or because of the pain medications. So it's you're right, Erica. It's normal. So if you met people who's gone through surgery who's feeling a bit low, it's normal. But the most important thing is for us to get support. So
Yeah.
if you're feeling low, if you're feeling sort of, not depressed, but sort of low in emotion, you have to
Yeah.
see someone. So, and also being outside as well helps, like exercise, and then being outside for the fresh air, and of course following a healthy diet.
Yeah, that's right. And I
Michelle.
think this
Oh,
next this next portion, Erica, is about you. I think that's what happened with your wisdom tooth.
yeah, I know. That's
What's
what I
that
was
again?
saying. I was saying, Michelle, because you mentioned earlier regarding getting proper rest, right? So you mentioned exercising, but do it in a pace where you can actually like handle it. Because one of the things that we should avoid is exertion. One of the most common
Overexertion, yeah, do not
setbacks,
overexert.
yes, from recovering is doing too much too soon. And so if something feels like a strain, then it probably is, right, Michelle?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So that's what we said earlier on, that recovery varies for each and every
Each and every
patient or each and
one,
every
and what
person. So
surgery, yeah.
don't
So
overexert yourself. You sort of like do what you could do, feels good for you at that time.
yeah, don't rush
Yes.
into like, oh, I know I can do this. I'm gonna go and walk or stand up myself, or even if just a book, but if it's a book like this thick, it could already have an effect on what has been done to you. So just, I think, just take it slowly,
Slowly.
carefully,
Yeah.
follow what has been advised by the doctor. Yeah. Right.
Is
But
right.
apart from that, yeah. So
Oh
do you have
no,
anything to add?
I was gonna ask, honey, do you have anything to add? I'm pretty
Ah,
I'm pretty informed now.
right. So well, I hope all of our viewers and listeners were able to get a lot of information from us. However, since Michelle is a deaconess, I will leave to her what are the other things that she can advise for those who undergone surgeries after.
Prayer, definitely. Prayer is the most important thing, and also anointing of oil. Call your elders, call your deacons, your deaconess to be, if you're in the hospital, if you're going to surgery, for anointing of oil, which is also very important.
And the support from the brethren is actually a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, one thing that we are very thankful for each and every time wherever we go in this in this world is that we always have a family inside the Church of Christ
Yes,
that
I definitely
we can always
agree.
turn
And
on to.
yes. But thank you again so much, Michelle, for joining us on INC Radio Fit and Faithful today. Your and for like your experience, your knowledge, thank you for sharing it. It truly helped me to know more information, and hopefully it helped also all of our viewers and listeners that are tuned in right now. Do you have any greetings or shout outs?
Greetings. Oh, greetings. Yes, yes, we would like to greet everyone's here. My husband, Brother Ron, and my daughter, Kayla, and also our eldest daughter, Carmela. She moved to Manchester. She's in Britain North. But hello, Carmela. I hope you're watching.
Yeah, she could be really proud of you.
Yes, I told her to watch. I told her to stay tuned.
Right. So at this point, Erica,
Yes.
our brethren from the background are already getting ready, and they're very excited to be here with us as well in this INC Radio Fit and Faithful live telecast. So I'm gonna go around and show them to everyone. Shall
All
we,
right.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Right, brethren, are you ready? Yeah, so we're currently conducting uh, blood pressure checks. So we got Brother Eric Carigma. Say
Hello,
hi,
Paul.
brother. Our resident minister. He just came straight from Cornwall. Right. So, yeah,
Hi.
right. So they're currently taking in the blood pressures.
Honey,
Yeah,
before we
hello,
look at the
everyone.
activity,
Yes.
which locales are they
Sorry,
from?
Eric. Okay, so they're from the local congregation. These are the local
And I think there's a bit of
Turkey! And last but not the least, Tonto! Yeah, so the Southwest region are here because of our activity later on as well, which is the evangelical mission. And
honey.
let's exercise.
I think, honey, we have a little bit of a internet connection in your location, but I'm so happy to see the brethren there in Exeter. Like the brethren from Cornwall, Taunton, Torquay. I've, I've, I'm so happy because they're so excited, as well as I know that you have an activity going on before the evangelical mission, right, honey?
Yes, we do have an evangelical mission after this. So they're just starting. It really get noisy. So because they're starting their exercise.
What exercise are they doing today?
It's a 15-minute walking
Oh,
workout
wow.
activity. So it's not, yeah, so it's not too strenuous for the brethren. So anyone can do this at any age. Five, sort of like
You can see them exercising or at least warming up and stretching.
Sorry, Eric.
I can see the brethren stretching and warming up. That's nice.
Yeah. So brethren from all ages, even the kids, as you can see. Right. Shall I? Oh, since we are here actually, and we are conducting a blood pressure. Sister Michelle, can you refresh all our viewers as to what is the normal range for a blood pressure?
I think it depends. Still, it depends upon the person, isn't it? Like it's depends upon the person, sort of like the gender and the age. So it's about 120.
That is 170 to 120 over 80. Apologies, but we can no longer hear anymore because of the background.
Everyone's having fun here. We can't hear anything.
I love it. I kind of wish I was there exercising with the brethren. But thank you so much, Michelle, for joining us, as well as Honey. It's so nice to see all the brethren, right? Especially coming from different local congregations. Yes. All right. And so everyone, you've seen the Southwest, if I'm not mistaken, right? Southwest area of Britain, South, or in general, United Kingdom. But we invite everyone to sit back and relax because we'll have a musical performance and a short break. This performance is one of the INC original music entitled Greatness of Your Love. Enjoy! Welcome back to INC Radio Fit and Faithful. All right, so we had our quick musical break, but let's go to the next section, which is the CFO in action. We know that we always have a lot of activities in our districts, and when I say districts, it's because again, INC Radio Fit and Faithful includes the District of Britain North, Britain South, and Ireland. And speaking of Ireland, they actually had an inaugural worship service recently in Dungannon. There you go. So this was a momentous occasion in the District of Ireland for this inaugural worship service, which was led by Brother Pepito Aquesta, the district minister. And it's such a blessing because we can tell that there's a lot of brethren around the world, and that the local congregations are growing in number as well. As you know, the church is very global, and so it's nice to, get to see that wherever we go, right? We can check the iglesianicristo.net directory, and we can visit places knowing that there are local congregations there where we can attend worship services. As we can see the pictures, we can see Brother Pepito Cuesta leading the worship service. Greetings to the brethren there in the District of Ireland. And, for the upcoming activities, we'll talk about them later, because I know that there's so many activities today, including what Brother Harley Alcantara mentioned earlier. It's the District Evangelical Mission later. And I don't know if you can tell. Okay, I was gonna say, you can tell earlier, Honey was mentioning that they have the blood pressure and weight activity plus the fitness workout, right? I can see them right now, so I'm not sure if their audio is going, but it seems so fun because everyone is participating. Everyone is participating in the activity. They're actually exercising. If we can have our video on grid, so that so that they can see the brethren exercising as well. So we have the local congregations. I don't know if you heard earlier, local congregation of Taunton, Cornwall, Torquay, Exeter, and Plymouth. There you go. You can see the brethren. Honey is showing them how they're exercising. So all ages, you can see the children's worship service, as well members, as well as the Benhi members, who are the Church of Christ members that are 11 years old up until baptized up until 17 years old. Then we have the Kadiwa members, who are 18 years old and above, who are not married yet. We got the Flood members. There you go, exercising. I love it.
It's just a simple walking exercise, routine walking exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, copying. I'm exercising too. Hello, brethren. They're very focused as well. All right. Thank you so much, Hanya, for showing us the workout activity or fitness workout activity that you're having right now. simple movements that they mentioned earlier, it's very important because it keeps you moving still, and that allows you to still burn calories somehow. But yes, thank you so much for showing us the activity, honey. Well, now we go to our one of the favorite segments that we have, right, everyone? All right, we have our shout out segment. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating in the team live chat because earlier I've already seen everyone connecting and tuning in and dropping their comments and greetings. So let's start, reading them. Let me just check. There's a lot of people commenting. So I have George Versosa saying shout out to INC Radio UK and happy viewing. Paul from hashtag Guildford, hashtag CFO. Okay. And then we have Evelyn Peralta saying keep fit and faithful. Happy viewing po from hashtag Rumford, hashtag Southend. And then we have one of our listeners that are always tuned in, Ivan Riz Parin Kilyoy from hashtag Portsmouth. We have Eileen Casilao, happy viewing po, beloved brethren, hashtag Heathrow North, hashtag Deaconess, hashtag Finance. And then we have so many, right, honey? We have Julieta Colisao, shout out to all brethren, hashtag Wimbledon. There's a lot of brethren connected. So from Portsmouth, we said Romford, Wimbledon. We also have from Camberwell, hashtag Camberwell from Resi Bernardo. And then we also have brethren from, I already mentioned Heathrow North. We have Guildford as well. And then, oh yes, thank you, Grace. So today our producer is Grace. Shout out to Grace. But also we would like to shout out the top locals with the most number of brethren posting last week. Okay, so the top, let's do the top 5. Okay, so that the top 5, or let's read them all. So it was Taunton, Heathrow, Battersea, Torquay, and Central London. Do I keep going? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Central London, Heathrow North, Notting Hill, Stratford, Royal Greenwich, Norwich, Watton, Romford, and Southend. Congrats! Thank you so much for always tuning in to INC Radio Fit and Faithful. All right, and also we have so many comments. Can you read any, honey?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have a shout out here from the Southwest.
Yes.
From the David family, Brother Noli, Mia, Daniel, Denise. Also to all local congregations of Southwest, Exeter, Torquay, Taunton, Plymouth, and Cornwall. And Brother Noli is also greeting the local congregation of Baler, Aurora, Philippines, Norman and Yumi, and from Laor District of Palayan, Nueva Ecija, Rico, Rosella, Neri, Ayan, Kaloy, and also the workmate who's been supporting us, Rose Faye. I also would like to greet my workmates, Lakshmi and Laura. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you so much.
What about you, Michelle?
I'd like to say hello to my brother and his family back in California, North Hollywood local po. Hello, Kuya. And hello din po for Ronquillo family po from Turkey.
There you go. Thank you so much for your shout outs. As well as, I'm going to continue just a bit, okay? Because I saw some from Reading, hashtag Reading, Britain South, happy viewing from Scarlett. And also mentioning another locale is Swindon, hashtag Swindon, hashtag choir from Mary Ann Libiran. Hello po and happy viewing to all brethren. I saw also Jose's Cristo Cow Jr. Happy viewing to all brethren. Hope you're enjoying today's show. We are #Norwich, #Watson, #Headikin, #CFO, #CWS, #TSV. All right. Thank you so much for joining us again, Michelle, and for staying up until the end.
Thank you for having me. And
We hope that
apologies
it's
for
not
all the
gonna
noise.
be. It's okay. This makes it fun because you know that it's a live show, And then Michelle, we hope that this is not gonna be the first and last. We're going to invite you even more to join INC Radio. Thank you so much again for sharing your knowledge with us. And honey, I can't believe it, but time is flying so quick because it's already time to say our goodbyes, right? And so, first of all, we would like to acknowledge and greet and thank the Executive Minister of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, our dearest beloved brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, the District Supervising Ministers of Britain South, Brother Harley Alcantara of Britain North, Brother Romeo Anthony Pena and Ireland, Brother Pepito Aquesta. As well, greetings to all ministers and ministerial workers and their families in all our ecclesiastical districts of Britain North, Britain South, and Ireland. And last but not least, of course, hello to all of the INC Radio UK crew and family. And speaking of which, I would like to greet advance happy birthday to my sister Arabelle. She's also one of the hosts of INC Radio Fit and Faithful.
Happy birthday, dear sister. And thank you for having us today. Keep on watching and listening to INC Radio via live audio and video streaming at iglesianicristo.net/INC Radio. Remember to take a selfie of yourself watching and send it to us. So you can also listen to the live audio streaming through your mobile phones by downloading the INC Radio mobile application on your mobiles or via YouTube channel. Just type and search INC Radio United Kingdom and click on any of our show dates live now.
That's right. And don't forget to visit INC News and Updates on Facebook, IG, and X regarding church events and activities that's happening around the world. Thank you so much again, everyone, for joining us here on INC Radio Fit and Faithful. You can see the brethren there saying hi and bye. So good afternoon. Good evening. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you. Fit and Faithful.